Hello, today I'm working on a Citroen dispatch. Customer's complaint is intermittent lack of power, engine management warning light, and the vehicle keeps on trying to cut out. So I'm going to do a diagnostic scan and then see what faults are stored and then take it from there. So I did a diagnostic scan and it has come up with quite a few faults, so let's just have a look at the report there. So just save this and we'll bring everything up. So if you have a little look then, so what have we got here? We've got a couple of the EGR valve position, signal stuck when trying to program it, so saying it's too large, got a fault with the glow plugs, kind of an EGR fault, engine signal faults, we've got a camshaft signal fault as well, and quick signal, and we've got fuel pressure and an ECU fault. So let's just come back out of this. So looking into the data, so I did fuel, so I did have a quick little look. So when I went through to it, just had a quick look at some of the values. So some things it tells me is a cam and crankshaft synchronization between the two sensors. Yes, so obviously this time all the signals were fine. As you can see there, the engine signal is being picked up, so just give it a bit of a rev, we can see change. And again, fuel measurement, so we can see the fuel measurement is coming on as well. So first thing we're going to look at then, he just saying to me today is lack of power. So I've got this EGR faults, and I do know this vehicle, they've been in there for a long time, so we just want to get them resolved. So we're going to get them resolved first, and then we'll have a look at some of the other faults as well. So let's have a little look at the EGR. So the vehicle is idling at the moment, and everything seems alright. So you can see there the valve is open, give it a little blip, and they do, you see the shutter goes to 0. So everything does seem to adjust. So I think we need to get this valve off, have a manual look at this to see what's actually going on with the head of the valve, see if it's able to move, see if it's coked up, see what we find. So in the engine bay now, so let's have a look. So just some activation tests. So we'll go to this week do. So we've got some EGR tests here. So we've got EGR valve 1. So when you hit this, so it says the test is finished. So as you can see, it does say listen for the noise. So we are hearing some sort of noise coming from around the back. So some adjustment is being made there. So if you have a look at the front, so EGR. So that one is for the throttle. You can hear it is snapping, that sounds all positive. So the commands are being sent from the engine management module to the valves. We are getting this fault stored. So you need to get that valve off now. See how coked up it is and see what's going on. It might just not be able to get to its fully open, fully closed position, which is what the fault was indicating for us. So we looked at the fault data. What did it say? So it says it gets stuck when it's driving. Valve opening too large. Gets stuck again while driving. Opening too small. So a couple of faults going on there with it. So let's get it off and have a look. So I've got the EGR off now. So looking inside it, you can see it's not too clogged up, everything looks pretty good. So I'm going to try and just everything on the torch and make the activation. So we've activated it. Try and do that again. I'm just going to try and get the torch in there. So we've got the new one on now. Let's make the comparison on this EGR valve in. this valve opens a lot further than the last one, so I'm looking at this. I'll show 1 second. So the bit I was looking at is just this part here, the depth between here and there. So just at the top of that head, the last one, like you say, was just about going that far in, just about covering that flat part there. Just went out of view slightly, then back. But when we activate this one, it goes completely out of view, and you can just see how much quicker it responds as well. So you can see the slow movement of the old one compared to the new one. So there's definitely a problem with this EGR valve. So we're gonna get this new one on, get on the vehicle, then deal with another fault afterwards, and then we'll go for a drive and hopefully everything is all good with this span. So a couple of other checks as well while the camera's around the back, so we can see where the valve was, and you can see it was clamped onto this here, which was the EGR cooler. What we want to do as well is just make sure that there is no blockages as well. So we'll just find where it was. Which is down here. So if you have a look inside there, we can see it looks okay, so it's not too clogged up. So if that was heavily clogged, that could be a problem too, insufficient flow. We have a look as well where it was bolted to the head, which is here. We have a look in there. Again, we're not seeing a massive blockage there, so that looks all okay. Let's get the valve bolted back on. So I got the new valve to install, so just got some sticky stuff just on the edge of the gasket, as you can see there. This is to hold it on so it doesn't fall off when I'm installing. And again with the bolts, as you can see there and there, just in line with the gasket as well. So I'm going to get that round the back just for show how I was going to install it. So looking at the cam, crank, engine speed faults, so what I've done is I've just fitted a new crank sensor. So this is where it lives. So there's the bottom pulley. It's one 10mm bolt there to undo. Then just hook it round. So the reason I went for this is just because originally it only flagged up engine speed, which is normally the crankshaft sensor. So that was what was in there last time I checked this vehicle, which was a while ago. So obviously they do synchronise, so maybe that's why they're both flagging up faults out. It's lost one, it just flags up both. As you can see earlier, it did say synchronise test pass, so obviously both sensors are currently working. So put the one sensor on that was flagging up faulty before, and then I'm just going to clear everything down, go for road tests, and we'll see if everything's all been resolved. So back in then, so we've got EGR valve learning as well that we need to do. So it's loading, and now it's a 9, so it's not supported. So maybe this EGR doesn't need a calibration run, maybe it does it itself every time the ignition comes on. So let's do system selection, let's go into the engine, yes, it's on, 9HU. So let's read fault code. So everything then is now intermittent as well, apart from the heating. So what I want to do then is just want to clear this down. Yes, yes. Input the mileage, shows 120,691. So 120,691. Okay. So it's cleared. Switch off the ignition. Push the ignition back on. So the ignition's back on. Okay. So it says it's all cleared. Just read fault codes. So we're all clear. So I'm going to go for a driver now, put some miles on this car, and then we'll check the fault memory, see if everything is good or if something come back. So done a few miles on the car, on the van, sorry, turned it off and on a few times. You can see no warnings on, I've had no anti-pollution. One thing to look at again, it's the data pit, so you can see 90, you can see it's bang on. I've gone back over my videos, and what I did notice was last time its value was only as high as 70%, so there was a difference, the valve wasn't able to fully open. So if we rev it, it goes down now, let's see. As it comes back, it comes straight back up to 90, so that other valve wasn't opening fully, which is what when we tested it, we saw it wasn't opening as far. So coming out of there, read the fault memory, and as you see, all the faults are gone as well. So the one before, the engine speed, camshaft, everything, that's all gone. So the only fault that's come back now is the glow plug fault. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more, please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.